Dear friends, today I'm going to talk about the things which are existing in every hospital, every institution, and every department which is accredited. They matter the most, but often at the time of their accreditation it fails. I'm talking about the policies. Not just writing them, but making them work, making them implemented, making them work, making them the culture. I am Dr. Mohammed Suhail, and you are tuned to my YouTube channel, Quality Vibes. This is the first video for the policy making, where we will discuss the step by step for creation of the policy and how the policy is made with its core issues and who is involved during policy making. In the second video, we will discuss how the policy is implemented and how it is made to work in the hospital or healthcare institution. So why policies matters? Policies are not documents for compliance alone. They are the backbone of safe, standardized, and accountable care. A well-developed and well-implemented policy reduces variation in the practice. It improves patient safety and supports clinical decision-making. It protects patients, healthcare providers, and allied healthcare workers. So, it ensures compliance with regulatory bodies such as SIBAHI, JCIA, and other regulatory bodies in the world. But let's be honest, a policy sitting in a folder or system, unread and unimplemented, has zero value. So, to be functional, the policy has to be implemented in its honest way. So, how to make a strong and well organized healthcare policy? Let me walk through all the steps which are needed to develop a strong healthcare policy and how to implement it and how to make it work in an honest and organized manner. So, to develop a policy, we have to identify the need, identify a problem, identify an issue for which we have to develop a pathway. These are the clinical pathways which provides the guidelines which makes it a policy so that to bridge the gap between the irregularity and the organized way of working and a proper functional institution or a unit. Now, policy cannot be developed in isolation. It is a multidisciplinary approach. It is a multidisciplinary process. It includes physicians, nurses, quality and patient safety staff, and the healthcare leaders and allied healthcare workers if they are needed in any making of the policy. If the people are not involved in the development of the policy, they will resist in the implementation, and the honest implementation of the policy in a proper guided way will not be possible. Now you have identified the problem, you have a gap, and you want to develop a policy. So, first of all, you have to review the guidelines, existing benchmarks, best practices, evidence-based medicine or the evidence-based guidelines, which are the in coincidence with the best practices, which ensures that your policy is compliant, practical, and defensible, and it is applicable. So when you develop a policy, you have to have a purpose and a scope of service which is applied to that policies, who are responsible. You have to clarify the terms and conditions which are applicable to this policy. There should be a policy statement. There should be a procedure for developing the policy, and there are actions which are step by step in process. Who is responsible? Understand, clarity is safety, ambiguity creates risk. So, to define a policy, everything should be clear and the stakeholders should be involved in developing the policy. So, when the policy is created, it should be circulated throughout the institution, throughout the healthcare facility, throughout the unit for the honest and criticism of the feedback. The feedback should be in the form of criticism so that the gaps should be closed. And healthy feedback is very good for developing a strong healthcare policy so that when it is implemented, the gaps should be identified and it should be closed before implementing. And before implementing and the policy, or when circulating the policy, everybody should think, then is this practical, is this applicable, can be implemented in our institution or our hospital or healthcare facility or our department. Because copying the policy from somewhere else and pasting it, maybe there is a difference in the alignment of the healthcare facility or an institution or the department. Maybe the difference in the number of beds, number of healthcare providers, rush, load, facilities, scope of service. So the policy should be practical and implementable. After the policy is finalized and it is circulated and the healthy feedback is received, and it is the policy is again updated, so it should be finally approved with the healthcare facilities leadership, clinical governance, and quality and patient safety management team, so that this ensures that accountability, authority, and organizational commitment is in the loop. So, to summarize the healthcare policy development, the main steps are to identify the gap or the problem, then develop a multidisciplinary team which is composed of the stakeholders, including the healthcare leadership, including the patient safety and quality management department or the team, and the concerned unit and departments, including the physicians, nurses, and other healthcare providers, and develop a healthcare policy according to this issue or problem or a gap, circulate for the feedback, update the policy according to the feedback, let it be approved by the healthcare leadership and quality management patient safety team, and try to implement it throughout the hospital or a unit, and provisionally see what is the feedback after implementing the policy. Thank you, and we will continue to uh, discuss about the different types of policies and how to develop and how to implement them. If you like this video, just subscribe to the channel and like the video and share it with your colleagues. Thank you.